by the Warriors. Kuminga trying to stay with Harden. Jones way off.
This unselfish play. There was some energy and some movement on that possession, which
Let things going from three-point range. He really hadn't yet this year. Post just did though. Top of the key jump. Backdoor. Harden. Kick it out. Batum. Not this time. This. Got the bump from post out of bounds.
the very next possession, the awareness, knowing Post had just hit a three-pointer and size against Zubac early on here, having an impact on the offensive end.
Speaking of defense, Harden over Post, wanted to get the foul, he got.
More depth now, switch.
Kuminga trying to take him right to.
Up in here for the Warriors.
68% plus for the Warriors offensively. Steph always moving, never stops. Good defense at this end. Eventually Zubac can't get it to go. Got it back.
Have an impact here on this game.
Ends a 10-0 run. Kuminga rattles it home to the floor. They've made their last 5. Harden, little screen and roll. They were so good. Those sensational follow. Here comes Harden. Leading the break for the Clips. Draymond says timeout. Wholesale changes on the way for Steve Kerr. As well. Can't wait. All right, so the inbound. He had a big game last night. Missed the first couple of games with a calf strain. In and out.
As for the Clippers, talk about guys who changed their games over time.
There is Lopez. John Collins, big pickup from Utah, also on the floor for the Clippers. Kajemski got his rhythm. Lopez, that's what he's been doing.
Lopez out on the perimeter just gives the Clippers a different look with their bigs.
Yeah, it gives you space.
Lopez done, they bring some energy and obviously that depth that he's in ball club.
Kajemski looking to operate, kicking it out to Butler. Yep, line drive, jumper, good.
I thought last year you always had to have either Steph or Draymond on.
3 on the shot clock. Trying to get some space. It's so different than trying to guard, say, a Steph Curry at the other end. There's constant motion. It picks up the dribble. Back to him. Got a spot. Nope. Harden again.
Defensive end and more efficient on the offensive side.
3-second difference. Shot clock, game clock.
It's amazing the Warriors.
James. Payton got him late, and that one
goes into a shot, and Payton tries to contest. Just
this season.
It's going to be big, and both teams having the depth this season.
Years of age, average on this roster, and the Warriors right behind them. Exactly. Had it taken away momentarily. Eventually in the corner, but Kajemski gets it.
Learn how to become a professional with the training and getting his body ready for a season. Connections off the court do not stop the battling off for these guys is at an all-time high. Grant, there you see Kajemski
and Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, that'll do it. Kajemski up and under, right past.
Second quarter, and the energy picking up for the Warriors.
Kawhi back on the floor, operating over. You know something about him as a teammate back then.
I played with him in my last year with the Clippers.
But leaves it for Collins, looks for some space over Post. Good defense that time. 2 franchises have been as good as anybody over the last several years. For the Clippers,
wanting to go further, a deeper run. I like this team conference at all.
No, not at all. Lopez got Green off his feet.
And they came into this game as the best shooting team in the NBA. They play pass first, move around, a lot of fun, energy, and
left alone.
Scramps 3 are going to determine in a lot of ways what this team does. They got to continue to
playing large roles this year. If the stars are stars, they'll
really help the Clippers there secure that victory at home.
Clippers got to get Draymond starts the break, but Kajemski finishes.
For Defensive Player of the Year award, gets the steal and the.
They're up 15. Kawhi looking for room. Yeah, just
field goals made, so not a recipe for success. Get more involved here on the offensive end for the Clips.
In many ways, the first 3-4 games. Lopez long range, slows it down. Leonard. Yep.
Going, really get hot.
Jimmy surrounded by three. Clip
On to Jimmy Butler. You saw him make that layup out of the timeout. Now he hits a three.
at national championship at Florida. Saved somehow by Kuminga. Steph. And that's not just ability. That's buying in.
100%.
Kawhi, the
To keep in mind, Kuminga's just 23 years old. He's figuring it out right now. And speaking of figuring,
So Kawhi in double figures. Curry set the screen. Kuminga.
right now Clippers starting to find their rhythm.
Healed the long rebound. Collins was all the way down the other end. He thought they had to. Brought it back down though. Kawhi, it's been Kawhi Leonard. Those two, 8 of 15, 23 points. But
On that play,
back down to Dunn. Zubats under 5 on the shot clock. Jones from Bramble. Horford to Curry.
I can see that being said a lot this year, just not on that last play.
6 matched up with Harden right now. James goes by him. Help from the 5 from the line so far. Gets another. Had enough work watching hoops. Back to back for you too tonight, not just the work.
Only down 4.
Horford just pressing the issue again. Having a big night. 17-4 run. A two-man game. Harden and Zubac so effective. 19-4 run by the Clippers to tie it up.
And getting it
Play off though.
to give credit, Dunn has really harassed Curry, tried to be physical. Direction. Kuminga trying to use his length and size against fouls.
Second on Kuminga, first in the last 2 minutes here in the quarter. Team-wise, matched up with Harden. Jones Jr.
Without fouling and then tip it out to his teammate. It's a little thing.
Skip down to Dunn. Spin on Butler in the second quarter after being well over 50% in the first. Kuminga operating on Jones. Tipped up.
That was vintage James Harden right
Wow.
there.
Up by 3. Largest. Way too far back in the time capsule.
Yeah, deep range.
No, I'm saying that was too long ago. Here comes Kuminga to help. Butler almost got there. Jones beyond the arc. Rattles it. No, and that's the way the quarter will end with the heave at the end.
Here's gained back momentum and started to finally hit some jump shots and back for Kawhi.
Largest lead so far of the night for the Clippers. Quentin Post, who got the start, in Kawhi in double figures. Nobody in double figures yet for Golden State.
Rightfully so. 2 guys there. Very recognized post open, and that is.
Batum came off the bench, knocked down the Green, who's going to argue. Second chance opportunity for the Clippers, and they made their living that way in the first half. Zubac, 16-5, the edge for the Clippers, and second chance points tonight. It's really Kawhi. Draymond on the reach, and that's another one on Draymond for the team.
And what the Clippers have done by slowing things down, playing very methodical thanks to the Clippers.
And this is the approach right here for the.
Finally, Stephen Curry being aggressive, getting to the rim, but
It looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Little slow post up, back in.
Going to get it going.
Leonard as they just fly right by. Post looking for help. Curry, who's been cold beyond the arc, got
A little double screen there set by Post and Green, and you have to get into his
line tonight. 0 for 1 for Golden State.
Here in this third quarter, you see Curry being aggressive, being more assertive.
He's done it before a couple of times, as a matter of fact.
He is 50-40-90 club a few times, and
Pretty good benchmarks right there.
Yeah.
And you would have expected Steph to take.
poorly executing that sideline out of bounds play. Now you have a short.
As soon as he lost it in the backcourt, you knew that was going to be tough.
Yeah. Just a play like that can get this team going, get this crowd going.
Post thought about it, take it, leave it for Drake. Help from defense to offense for Golden State.
And out in transition. And just like that, Terry, this team capable of getting it.
still much to be written tonight. Starting to turn it on here in the third. 14 points, 8 assists. Kuminga the float perimeter. A crossover from Kawhi. Fights to that spot. Can't get the jump hook. Ski back on the floor. Did not get the start. They went with the tall lineup tonight. That as aspiration, but it does make you raise your eyebrows.
Well, revolutionized the game with the shooting.
Tips well, post to the sideline.
Oftentimes what they've done is they go inside, they post up Zubats. They want to try to get...
Harden just turns the corner, floats. Zubats, he knew he was there.
No one there to block out Zubats and making him...
Out the season.
Well, his rebounding down this year. 12 rebounds a game last year, only...
Moses Moody, step back. Zubats.
Back 5-10 years ago, Steph was in. You've seen that improvement in those defensive isolation situations. And the Clippers remain efficient on the offensive end.
Kawhi
in those two on display.
Matchup nightmare, and he sees the floor as well. 3 around the Zubac screen, leaves it. Taken away. Overs in the game for the Clippers now as Tyronn moves all the way out here on the floor. I thought it was in terms of the transition points, the fast break points for Golden State in a 7-point game. Significant. Paul will walk it up.
You have both Kawhi Leonard and James Harden right now on the bench.
With Kawhi, but overall, 5 of 26 from 3. And got a whistle and a kick ball.
Disbelief.
He's like, no, it was. It's defensively for Golden State. We've seen it here in the second half.
For the Clippers, poor execution. James Harden at the scores.
Lopez may have gotten away with a carry. First one in the post. Horford tipped up and in. The follow by Butler. Trying to push it. Moody. Yeah. It right now. Under a minute here in the third. Done. Straight down it. Nobody stepped in.
Well, you have shooters on the floor at the rim.
27-6 the run right now. About 3-second difference. Shot clock.
Right there defensively. You can't diagram that. That right there is just...
They're on their feet, cheering for the defense. Steph Curry came out hot to start it. Golden State kept it going, extending. It has been all Harden and or Kawhi Leonard. That's it.
Yeah, post.
Lost his footing and knocked Collins to the ground.
That was shocking.
Yeah. They keep that same unit out here to start the second. Lopez.
Concerning tonight. I thought they played well up until now. Speaking of playing well.
Nowhere to go there. So they go to Kawhi, up top to Lopez. For the first on Moses Moody, and the second on the team here in the quarter. Lopez and team for the Warriors. With Long.
Try to slow the momentum of this Warriors attack on the offensive end.
Shot clock running out, taken away by Paul. Gives it up to Collins.
Ineffective.
Steve Kerr was up giving instructions how to attack it. They go to the corner and post. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be off of post. It's Clipper basket.
5 post. Who says big guys don't play defense?
I didn't. I did not.
Adjust and adapt as the game evolves. Chris Paul, 40 years old. He has a more pronounced role with this Clippers team than I did. Leading the charge. And they brought in some players and feeling as though they can still compete and still contend. No question. And you think back, I mean, before the Warriors went on their run of series, before they went on that run of championship appearances for the...
Butler looking for room. 3 on the shot clock. Post had the shot
there. Just a lot of scrambling from the Clippers, but Post, good defense. Everyone's holding their hands to the head watching him.
Exactly. Harden, the 2 bright spots. That's it offensively for the Clippers.
Moments.
So where's the answer come from? It's the largest lead of the night now. Collins left wide open.
Not scored here in the second half. Part of that has been the defensive adjustment.
Back out again. No. There's nothing happening at this end for the Clippers.
Nothing at all. And it just brings the stability out there, particularly with this second unit.
Quick first step, Kawhi to the glass and switch out to Harden on Butler. Left it underneath.
Really, really impressive.
Well-deserved rest for Jimmy Butler. He's got 21 in the game and ran the show here.
Lead happened last year. They had the third best record in the NBA. They struggled without his presence, and so really the health is going to be the key for them. Well, Dunn's not the only one in the NBA who has said that.
Yeah. Floor, so not on the shot. Kobe Brown, third-year man out of Missouri. If-like things happening out here.
Yeah.
Collins. Yeah, it's been a packed schedule to open up for Golden State.
What were the expectations?
I mentioned Yannick Conan, Niederhauser in for
the Warriors on a night here where, you know, one, they are tremendous.
Like Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, and the depth that they have. A long season is together right now. And no Bradley Beal tonight, too. Remember, he's out, did not play.
You know, this offseason, you know, and so they have the continuity from last year after that Butler.
Brown with the finish straight down the lane.
Last 2 days at home, taking care of business.
After having to guard him for 3 years of college, that was enough.
I've seen from him.
Richard back on the floor. Brother had 11 points. He had a chance at the end to hit a shot. They went one-on-one.
Certainly a legend in FIBA for his country, Serbia. Taking care of business at home. A must.
For the Clippers now. Inside out they go. Will
reach their potential.
Loves the game. Richard, who's been a bright spot.
And the trust of Steve Kerr and the coaching staff, and just